just wanted to give people a chance. And I shouldn't have, because sis went left. Somebody left a review and said when they got undressed for their massage, there was a roach crawling around the table. And yesterday when you came in and you started opening stuff up, you saw a roach. Don't sit here and respond. Get rid of the roach. I had a parent try to give a bad review on Discount Daycare with her bad child, and I did not respond to her. I did not. I'm not even faulting the person who left the bad review. This video is talking about how you responding to these people. Hello, you guys, and welcome to another video. So today, this one is going to be really good. I might be laughing during this video because I haven't fully read all these comments. I just read some of them, and I'm like, no, I got to bring this to the people. So I just want to share these scenarios with you because I do not want you to let your emotions, you being in your feelings, destroy your business, okay? And we're going to talk about reviews today. Okay, so let's say, I'm just going to get into it. This conversation might be a little, it's not going to be but, okay? So if you don't like those kind of videos where it's like, it's not going to be the video for you, but I want to talk about this. So first things first, if you are the type of person and you know for a fact you give emotional responses to things, you have not got that under wraps, you just pop off at the lips and you just be typing down at the computer and just going off on people, have somebody else handle that. Have someone else in charge of taking care of your reviews. Do not let your emotions run your business, okay? I see it here on YouTube. Some people be like down in the comments, kind of going in on people if they say things about their channel. I do understand, because sometimes people say things that you know for a fact is not true, or you're like, why you just couldn't keep that to yourself? Why couldn't you just shut up? A lot of times that happens, but you can't always have a rebuttal and a response to that. You could literally tear down your business. And if you don't tear down your business, what you will do is you will steer the type of crowd that comes to your business by some of these responses. So we're going to talk about some of these things today. This is not only massage specific. Some of this is daycare. I think I found a daiquiri place on here, and one of them is a cooking place. Now, let me tell you how real it gets. I probably need to put my glasses on, but I'm gonna show you how real it gets. So I was like, you know what? I really wanted to show them, give them examples of reviews, like real life examples, but I don't know of any place to look for examples. Like, it would take me forever to literally go on Google and just find a place that has reviews and see how the customer see what the customer says and see how the seller or whoever the owner is responding to reviews. That would take forever. So I said, Tanzania, let me go back in my mind to some of the places that I visited with rude owners, with owners who were just like irate and who deserved a bad review. And I'm going to find, and that's exactly what I did to find each and every one of those. I went back on scenarios, like actual events that happened, and said, I know for a fact this owner has said something out of pocket that would lead me to give it a good example. And I was correct. I am not saying by any means to not respond to people when they say things bad about your business. Just use your discernment, and if you can't do that, you need to have someone else in charge of it, because it makes you look bad. It just does, okay? Because some of these things are just, you don't want to attack people's character, not even if they're saying something bad about you. And if you are the type of person, so let's say you don't want any bad reviews at all. Sometimes you get bad reviews. I actually look for a bad review sometimes. Like, I read the bad review because I want to see, what is the person saying? Is it one of those picky people who they're not satisfied, so they're leaving bad reviews? What is the review saying? And 10 out of 10 times, whatever those bad reviews are saying, when they're repetitive, it's an actual problem within the business. So they're not always a bad thing. As a business owner, use it as constructive criticism and fix it. Don't go in there, girl, yelling and screaming at people and acting like a fool. Don't do that. That's not okay. So let's get into some of these. So this first one, this was so funny. This was funny. I'm going to show you guys them on the screen, but I need to read through them here. So it says, had a great time with my boyfriend. I just wish that it was more one-on-one instead of sharing with another couple. The food turned out kind of bland, but the menu was very generic. This was a surprise to me from my boyfriend. Just maybe the wrong company was used. Okay, that's what the review says. Okay, this just sounds like a person was not satisfied with the food, right? People not satisfied sometimes with the food. Leave it alone. The owner shouldn't have even responded, but let's go into what the owner said, okay? Hello, Ashley. Fortunately, sharing a table with another awesome couple is just one of the sharing a table with other awesome people is just one of the perks for any cooking company you choose, unless you want to pay extra for a private cooking session, which we are happy to provide for you. If I'm not mistaken, you took a Groupon pasta making class that costs $47.20 for 2 people. That's $23.60 per person, and not one of our awesome regular classes with a more tasty menu option that you and your boyfriend can choose from. Although our pasta making classes are fun and exciting, our customers rave about not only making homemade fettuccine but yummy homemade Alfredo sauce. Unfortunately, that's all you get with our Groupon. The owner literally mentioned that this person was getting a budget service so many times. It was degrading. It was literally degrading the customer for all to see. And let me tell you something about when you write a Google review. As from a business owner perspective, the reason why from a business owner to a business owner it looks so bad is because the person cannot respond to you. So you're literally, you can say whatever you want, you can treat them however you want, they can go back and read it, and that's it. They can't say anything else. So it's just, I don't like it. Let's move on to the next one, okay? Okay, so this is a daiquiri place, right? I actually put the wrong review for this daiquiri place. It was an amazing daiquiri place. Y'all know my family's from Louisiana, so I know a good daiquiri when I taste one. And this place had daiquiris. I wanted to leave a good review, but I actually mixed up the reviews. The one that I left for the other one that I had a bad experience, and I was actually referring people to their company, but I left the wrong thing. And I can show you what he told me. So I'll show you my review. I gave him a 5-star. I said the place was spot on, blah, blah. The owner comes, and I also left my email because I know that once the owner responds, you can't respond back. So when I went back in to edit my review, I said, sorry about the other review. I was actually referring people to try this place because the other daiquiris were trash. I don't know how I mixed that up. I left my email just so he could email me back, right? And he did email me back. He said, but to the first part of the review, he said, your response is misleading. You are saying your favorite, you're saying we're your favorite in your review, but you left a 2-star review. Hopefully this is a mistake and you rated the wrong daiquiri shop. Now, nothing was really wrong with that review. However, he didn't need to say anything because anybody going in to read the reviews, if they would have read the review, they would have saw that I made a mistake. So instead of going in yelling at the customer, just shut up. Just right here, just keep it together. So I knew by the way that the email that he sent me and the way that he responded that he would have some reviews on here for me to read, and he did not disappoint. Okay, so let's get into how he didn't disappoint. So this person said, I really like this place, but last few visits have been horrible. I've been coming here since y'all open, and she goes on and on about that. Okay, cool. I'm going to scroll down, and I want to get to what he said. So she just kind of goes into how she had been visiting for a while, and basically things had changed. And the owner responds, ma'am, a 1-star review? Really? You're a loyal customer, but you're dissatisfied and didn't reach out to the owner or the manager so that your problem could be rectified? That's insane. We offer 1 punch per order. The only time you will receive 2 punches as if you ordered a gallon or if one of my employees was feeling generous. I hope it made your day to tear down a business. How would you like if I told your boss at your job that you didn't perform the way that you were supposed to each and every time? Customer service is our #1 priority, and we will continue to aim to please our customers as we please you several times before this instance. God bless you, and I hope the next daiquiri shop is able to offer you perfect service every time you come. So, like I said, nothing really wrong with this, but you get a feel for the owner. Okay, you get a feel for if I am at all dissatisfied with any service that I receive from here. I can't really tell you anything because you're gonna go off on me. That's what I get. You let me know in the comments. What are you getting? Okay, because I might be wrong. What are you getting from this thing? Because I'm getting the owner's a little cray. And if you go in some of the other reviews from the same place, it's the same tone. It doesn't change. I agree with the owner in saying, like, so you dissatisfied, you come here all the time, and one time you come in here and things are not the way that you want them to be. You're up here acting like a fool. I agree with the owner, but you can shut up. You don't have to say that. You don't have to say that. Her review, what she left as a review, will speak loud enough. You don't have to go and speak again, okay? And tear down your own business by your response. Because let me tell you, the person who's looking for reviews online, who goes in and says, they said this, I ain't going there because of that. You don't want them to come to you. You know why? Because they are of the same. They will be the same person coming in and giving you a hard time. And when you decline the hard time that they're giving you, they're going to go in and leave a review too. So you don't want to give business to those types of people anyway. Let them go on about their business. Just let them go on their merry way. Okay? Just let them go. All right, let's move on to another one. Let's move on to the next one. Now, this one was for a daycare. Now, like I said, I found these places all because I had experiences with them myself. This lady, I hope I don't have her center on here, but if I do, okay, whatever. This lady actually held my daughter inside of the building and continued to yell at me. And I did not leave her a bad review because at the end of the day, I knew when I pulled up there that the owner had issues. I knew that, and I wanted to give them a chance because I used to be a daycare owner, and sometimes you just want to give people a chance. There's nothing to it. Sometimes you just want to give people a chance, and I shouldn't have, because sis went left. And they also had this crazy policy to where if you pay, so let's say something happens, I take my daughter out of daycare. We don't play that. We don't leave behind balances and stuff like that. So let's say I took her out of daycare, I paid that full week's balance, and I removed her from the daycare. This daycare center says that you are going to pay 4 weeks after whatever date you unenroll. And when she told me that, I said, I used to own a daycare. Okay, I know how this goes. I know the law surrounding this whole daycare thing. Don't try to play me. And she closed the door like that, and she was like, "Well, since she went left, she did." I'm like, "Ma'am, I just really want to get my daughter." And she was like, "Well, I had to pay for the day." And I said, "Okay, I mean, thought my husband paid for the week, but I'll go." I went in my car and I got my car and I paid for the day. And she got even like she was furious because I actually did what she asked me to do, which was pay. She wanted more money. It was crazy, but I did not go in and leave this lady a bad review. So this person goes in to say like, what a terrible time she was there. She goes in to talk about the owner and how the owner is all about money. And the owner responds, "Oh, Miss Amber, I do understand your position and being frustrated about your child being disenrolled today. That jab number one. Yes, he was with us for less than a week, but was quite disruptive. He was constantly hitting, kicking, falling out with tantrums, and not listening, period. I made the decision that my staff nor the children needs to be exposed to his delinquent behavior another day." Excuse me, totally inappropriate to, as a daycare provider, somewhere where you leave kids. Do you think this is the kind of tone? You don't know. And I understand. Sometimes kids be crazy. They be crazy. I had some crazy kids that I kicked out and we just left it on. I had a parent try to give a bad review on Discount Daycare with her bad child, and I did not respond to her. I did not. Anyway, please take some accountability for your parenting skills. Jab number what? 3, 4? Because I can assure you, just as his last provider put him out, you will encounter the same issues with other providers. I am responsible for safety of all of our children in my care as well as my staff. You receive child care assistance and didn't even have the parent fee of $102 when you register him, but we worked with you. Money hungry? I can assure you that I'm not. I own 4 locations with another new one opening in less than a month. I love what I do. Do I need to say anything about this one? First of all, she could have said everything else of what she said. But to go in and jab somebody, you received child care assistance and you weren't able to pay. I don't know what that means. You weren't able to pay the parent fee? That's terrible. So now anyone who needs child care assistance, anyone who has a problem, who's financially in a problem, you don't have their business. You don't have that business. And that daycare was they had all these upfront fees that you had to pay. I mean, we had to buy her uniforms. We had to buy crayon. We had to buy all this stuff. And guess what? When she left, they offered to give none of that stuff back. It was all about money. All about money. But that's not my space. And like I said, I'm not even faulting the person who left the bad review. This video is talking about how you're responding to these people. And if you want to respond to them, you darn sure don't want to go in with jabs. This is terrible. This is literally terrible. Okay, let's move to the next one. What's this one about? So this is one of the same. This is from the same place. This is from the same childcare place. The person basically goes in and kind of says the exact same thing. She says that the lady sent her an email, which I can attest to. She got these little fake credit people to call my husband's phone, and it was literally crazy because, like I said, they want you to pay a month after. So their thing is like, when you leave, you owe them this month of childcare, whatever. Okay, so read this last one. This one is of the same. Okay, this one is from the same place. I'm not going to show you this one on the screen because it has the name of the child care center in it. And like I said, this video is not to attack anyone directly. I'm just letting y'all know what not to do. So this thing says, the daycare made many well-checked phone calls regarding your child. It's condescending to post a negative review right after you praised the daycare for your child's growth and really wanted him to return, but you couldn't afford your tuition balance that was due. We offer you a financial payment reduction that you did not honor. Please don't make your financial issues about us. You claimed in many of your emails and on the phone that you had to call and ask about how much money you owed the daycare. Did not hound you nor pressure you. Your account has simply been closed and turned over to the collection agency. We wish you well. They don't really have a collection agency. It's all a hoax. But to go into, do you see the trend here? We're done with the reviews. Do you see the trend here? Do not at any point in time, it doesn't matter how mad someone is making you, do not go in there and start throwing low blows and jabs at people. I'm not saying do not respond to people's bad reviews. First of all, I want to say, especially don't respond if you know that it's true. If somebody left a review and said when they got undressed for their massage, there was a roach crawling around the table, and yesterday when you came in and you started opening stuff up, you saw a roach, don't sit here and respond. Get rid of the roaches. So don't use the reviews as a space to, take the blame off you. Fix what's wrong. And if they are in fact lying and you know that they're lying, do not use the reviews as a space to hash that out. Fix the issue if you can, move on if you can. And if you do need to respond and you are a person who cannot control their emotions, do not leave yourself in charge of handling the company's reviews, okay? Thank you guys for watching this video. As always, if you have a question, leave a question and let's get a conversation going down below, all right? I'll see you guys in the next video.